So this is a tail light from a 2006 Mercury Montego that a friend of mine bought. The LED driver for these LEDs goes out when you get a little moisture in there, and these things are $300–400 or more for this tail light assembly. This is the Ford 500 tail light assembly, which fits perfectly, and if you buy it used with the wiring harness, because the wiring harness from the Mercury light will not fit because it's LED. Only difference is if you look at this connector, this one has 5 wires. There's 3 on the top and 2 on the bottom. And the Ford one only has 4 wires. It's missing that wire in the corner there on the top one. And when you plug this in, everything will work except for your brake lights. You'll get this burning for a tail light along with this one, and then your turn signal will flash here, but you'll have no brake light. And there's all kinds of solutions about buying a 2-wire to 3-wire converter and wiring that in to make it work, but to me it's going to be simpler just to take a wire out of this connector, which I have, which is junk. I'm going to pull this green wire out and run it in the same hole on this connector, and then I will switch one wire over so this does not burn as a tail light. This will be the turn signal, and this will be the tail and brake light. But should be pretty simple fix. I'm going to remove one wire from here, add it in the empty hole in this connector. Okay, so I removed my wire from the old wiring harness off the Mercury taillight assembly. Gotta pop this little white clip out, and then you insert a real small screwdriver in there, and there's a little release clip, and the little pin will slide right out. So now we're just going to slide it in to the connector. So you just take your connector, make sure you got it right side up. That pin will just slide right in there, locks in place, and you push the little retainer back in there. That's all there is to that. So I put my new wire in the connector, ran it down the wire harness, fed it through the little bushing that goes into the body. I will come back and tape all this up, make it look good, but for now we're going to show you this black wire is the ground wire going to what is going to be our turn signal bulb, and this brown and white is a tail light wire, which is why it burns with the tail lights now. If you look on the other one here, we have the same black ground wire, and then the brown with the white stripe as the tail light wire. So this white with the red wire is our turn signal that is currently on this bulb. We're going to move it over here. So we're going to want to cut the red and white wire. Leave it long enough you can splice it, obviously. And then that is what the new wire we ran will tie in to make our brake light work on this bulb. And the red and white wire, we will come over here on the other one, we'll cut the brown and white, which is just going to go away. It's no longer necessary. So this end of the brown and white we don't need. The red and white I will splice to the brown and white here. That'll make that our turn signal bulb. And the new wire I just ran will tie into the red and white and make this our tail light slash stop light bulb. So here we are with the rewire completed. We've got our 3 wires on the top now. We added that green one in the right corner. ran it down the loom, taped it all up. Swapped our two wires over here, red and white. Goes to the brown and white now to run the turn signal on this bulb. And the green that we ran now ties to the red and white here, which will put our brake lights on this bulb. And I think I paid $40 a piece for the two taillight assemblies off eBay with shipping. So I had $80 in those, and then two butt splice connectors, some tape, and some time. So that's a pretty cheap fix to replace two to $400 taillight assemblies. Thanks. So here we have the taillights installed. That's the taillight bulb burning. Taillight with the turn signal. And the brake lights.